Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. Turn on your notifications so you can get alerts to any new videos that I put on. If you like what you see, if you don't like what you see, if there's anything you would like for me to talk about and bring to the channel, I'm open to all criticism. Just go ahead and drop them in the comments so I could make this channel better, make this channel better for you guys, make this channel better for me. And I just want someone to get something out of it, how I have from other YouTubers, and just make it a place where someone can come and learn something new. That being said, today I'm gonna do a walkthrough of a tool cart I just pulled together for my new employment. I will be working in Harley-Davidson service department. This is a new beginning for me. I'm gonna do the schooling and do everything I need to do to get certified. I've been a Harley enthusiast for a long time. I currently own a 2021 Ultra Limited, which I converted into a Road Glide. My wife rides as well. She owns a 2024 Lowrider ST Tobacco Fade. It's a passion for us. It's always been a passion. So to me, I just feel like this was the right move at this time and point in my life. And, I'm very excited and very motivated to learn. And, I want to thank everyone that gave me the opportunity to make this leap of faith and change directions in my career. Stay tuned. I will be turning the camera around so you guys can check out this new tool cart. Alright guys, here's the tool cart. Harbor Freight just had a parking lot sale. I was able to save a lot of money on tools that I got. I've had some tools. I added a lot of tools. I'm still missing some specialty tools and stuff that I'll get along the way. But just to get a little walkthrough of the outside of this cart, I got it in blue. Color my wife loves, so I did it, just to make her happy. Got the blue. As everyone knows, I've never been into blue. All my stuff is all blacked out, murdered out. All my old cards are black. I like the dark colors, golds. But made a little change. Changed it up a little bit this time. Make the wife happy. Everybody's happy. I got a 34-inch full bank service cart, US General. Quality's good. Casters are good. It seems like a very nice cart. Let's see how long it lasts. I'll do another review later on down the line once I put this baby to use. I'm gonna show you some of the external accessories that I got. I actually bought this little side table that I'm able to get to put my laptop and iPad. If I need to work on something, use it as a bench. If I need to write, I feel like that's gonna be very useful for me for what I'm gonna be doing. I was able to get a hold of these. They've been sold out ever since they came out. I'm gonna see what the hype about this is. I know the snap-on ones are very good, but let's see how this one holds up. I mainly bought it for when I'm taking a bike apart on the lift. The lifts don't have any edges, so rather than having any bolts or tools or your extensions and sockets rolling off, put them on that mat and should be held in place. I'll see how it works once I start using it. I got the glove holder. I like to use gloves, keep my hands clean, and keeps fingerprints off of customers' bikes. And, just keeps it more of a clean environment for everybody. Got a cup holder. Gotta have the Yeti. To drink my water, stay hydrated. Will not have beer in there, just water. Brake cleaner, electrical cleaner for some WD-40. I'm probably gonna change that up. I don't know what I'm gonna be using there yet. Just got the shelves, the magnet ones, so I don't have to drill any holes or anything into the cart. I bought 2 of them, so I actually got them on sale. They were like $9 each. I bought 2 of them to just put them side by side. I ordered this on Amazon. I had this back in the days when I had a shop. and I actually had it on a board, just, you know, to check my threads and my bolt sizes for nuts and bolts as well. So, you know, so you can go match. You're missing a bolt, you break a bolt, you're losing the nut. You can go ahead and find your bolt size and your nut size and just go to any hardware store and pick one up. Just makes life easier in case of an emergency. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Starting to put in all my stickers. Shout out Bad Boy Cycles, Ratchet Baggers, Shark Demon, Thunder Max, Advan Black, Golfer Brakes, G Brakes now. I'll be filling up this panel with stickers little by little. I got my 2 magnets, you know, screws, nuts, bolts, tools, sockets, whatever you could think of, so it doesn't roll, it doesn't get lost. You're able to keep it all in one place. I got my 12-point socket set, standards and metric. Here is those are my metric and my standards. Bear with me, I'm trying to get used to this. I just put this together. I know I'll figure everything out as I go, and I'm using it on a daily. I got my standards there. Everything standard on this side, metric on this side, 1/4 inch, 3/8 impacts. I don't have many halves yet. I just got the big sockets, a 36, 32, and a 24. As I go along the way, I'll know what else I need to buy. Have all my screwdrivers on this side. I have a couple long Phillips and flathead. I don't know what I'll use that for, but I know on YouTube I saw people recommending to have one in your cart, so I just got one. They were cheap. They were like $7 at Harbor Freight. I have my magnet. This I used in the field. I was in the HVAC field, for those that don't know. I was an HVAC technician since 2013, and changing course now. A lot of my tools I was able to reuse. A lot of stuff I will not be able to use anymore. What I like about this Claim Tools magnet, it has a flashlight. So if you're looking for a bolt in a tight place that you can't see too well, you have a light, point it, pick it up, and pull it. Very convenient, very useful. It's taken me out of a lot of bad situations when you need to get that bolt out of that area. It falls into a blower, falls into a lot of, you know, areas where you can't turn on the units without getting that tool, ratchet, socket, screwdriver, bit, anything. This baby will save your life. If you don't have one, recommend in any trade to get one. I have my flashlight, my box cutter. I just got the stubby Milwaukee Gen 2 Impact M12. You put it in neutral, switch back through the settings with the trigger, put it back in gear, and it's ready for use. I used it today. Not bad. I know at first I'm not gonna be tightening anything with this. Everything's gonna be torqued down, but comes in handy to remove. I got this ratcheting, the M12 ratchet from Milwaukee as well. Very good. I like it. I've used it for a lot of things, not just motorcycles. You can use it for anything, which would allow an Allen key, Allen key sockets. You can get, Torx, any sockets, whatever you need to use, you can use that. I got this specialty stubby flat kit on Amazon. From what I seen on YouTube for Harley technicians, this is a good tool to have for tight areas where you can't get into with a regular size socket and ratchet. Haven't had to use it yet, but we'll see if that comes in handy for real. I got swivels, which I know I will be using to remove exhausts, the exhaust flange, and get into any tight areas where the ratchet won't fit. Just throw an extension, put the swivel on it, and we're good to go. I got it in a quarter, so my extension could be small as well, and it could fit into tight areas. I have my 3/8 ratchet, my Icon ratchet flex head, my 1/2" ratchet flex head from Icon as well. And then I just got a Pittsburgh 1/2" vertical bar. This was on sale as well. The ratchets were on sale this last month, and this month all the pliers, and there was a bunch of stuff on sale from Icon. I have a mirror, inspection mirror. I don't know if I would use it on a motorcycle, but I'm gonna throw it in there just in case. As you can tell, this has been through the ringer. This I've used to weld copper, to braze copper, sorry. And it's seen better days, but still works. And we're good to use it on whatever we may need it. Shout out to Ratchet, Danny at Ratchet Baggers. He actually gave me this little block, and I've already used it on my bagger when I was replacing my radio bracket and removing some wiring. This comes in handy. I put some cloth tape just to not, scratch anything up. I left some here off so it can grip, but so you don't have to remove the tank all the way. If you're getting and need access, you could just loosen the bolts, put this under the tank. It'll raise your tank. I have LEDs on my bike, so you can see I have LEDs on my bike. So for me to take off the tank, I gotta access the plugs and pull them out from the boogie lights. And this has been a lifesaver to not break any of those plugs. I have a lot of I got the bar and Allen's extended with the ratchet. I already used it on, what did I use it on? I don't remember what I used it. I think I used it, I don't remember what I used it on my bagger the other day, but I needed it because I had to go at a weird angle, and to not strip the bolt, I used the bar Allen, and it worked well, and everything came off perfectly fine. Did not strip the bolt, thank God. I have my 1/4" ratchets here. I have a flex head Icon with the grip. Pretty nice, used it today, very comfortable. Some little magnets here, just in case I need for anything, I would just throw it on there, won't fall. I've been using it for that, and for my reducers, 3/8 to 1/2 and 1/2 to 3/8. My adapters for my ratchets, because I'm going blind, so for my glasses that I'm going to be wearing at work, I'm taking my lens cleaners, the lens wipes right here. Get these on Amazon, they come through. What I like about this box is, unlike the old box, you open the lid, your drawers are open. Sometimes you're moving the box around, that drawer slides open on you. If it's not latched in all the way correctly. This one, you can reassure that as long as they're pushed in all the way and it's locked, drawer's not gonna open on you. Let me unlock it. Top drawer. I have my ratchet wrenches, standard and metric, and my fixed wrenches, standard and metric. I have my adjustables that I had from before, all clean tools that I can use if I don't want to look for a wrench. I can use it easier with that. Go ahead and use it. Through some pencils and pens. I'm sure that this box is going to make many changes as I go using it, as my work truck always changed in the field, and I'm sure the toolbox in the shop is going to be the same. I got my stubbies, my bent wrenches, everything I need that I've seen and I was told by a master mechanic that I may need to start and not have to ask anyone to use a tool. We all spend a lot of money on these tools. We all, put our hard-earned money into this. I don't want to bother anybody by asking them, to borrow their tools for a job I'm getting paid for. It's just not right to me. Between friends, we will lend each other a wrench, we'll lend each other a socket. It's not a problem, but, we're doing this as our job. And I feel if you're investing it for you to make money, I should invest it for me to make money. It's just, kind of common courtesy to have learned through life. This one, I have my Torx, my Allens. I have Torx and Allens in here as well. I have my Allens in here, standard and metric as well. These are my torque wrenches. For right now, this is gonna do. I got these on Amazon. I've been using them for a year on my bike, and I have not had an issue. I have foot pounds and I have inch pounds, and they've worked perfectly fine. I haven't had anything fall off my bike. I haven't had anything break. So until I can go ahead and afford a snap-on one with the angles and get the fancy schmancy ones, I'll go ahead and do that. I got these kits here on Amazon for $39 each. I got the Allens all the way to a 19, 3/4 Allens. I know I'm gonna be using those for the fork tubes and to drain the oils and probably something inside the motor. Haven't opened the motor yet, so we'll see what it comes to. I got the torque set as well. I'm sure not every size comes in here, and I'll have to buy individuals as time goes and I start running into them. But I like, it comes with a little case. You're able to take them with you, put them in your cart, and keep it moving. Keep it organized. This is something else Ratchet gave me. I was able to use it today. And I used it on my bike. When I was doing my Shark Demon headlights, there's a bolt behind the light that's very hard to get to. So to be able to get to it without removing the actual light, you can cut an Allen down and you're able to get behind the light without having to take off the actual light to tighten that bolt. All right, next drawer. I have my pliers. I just got this one, the grip plier that they've been comparing to the Snap-on one. We'll see what the hype is. I have my feeder gauges that I just ordered on Amazon as well, $13, and it came with 2. A lot of good reviews. I'm trying to, I don't want to break the bank, just starting on a new job. I don't want to have to work 6 months to pay back my investment. So I've gone this route. JP Cycles, I ordered the fork seal drivers, 49 and a 41 for the soft tails. I'm sure I'm going to need more. As of right now, the only 2 I got. I guess I'll see what else I will need. I got my plastic pliers for, speaker covers, anything that I need to pull off that I don't want to break, any plugs. I don't know if haven't ran into one on a motorcycle yet. On cars, I used to use this a lot. We'll see. It was recommended to have in my toolbox, so I got it. I got one of my ratcheting stubbies, a multi-stubby, that I'm sure I'll be able to use. I've used this a lot in the field, and maybe on the motorcycle, since they're smaller, I may be able to use this, so I'm just going to take it with me. I have specialty screwdrivers, small, get into good area, small screws, small areas, anything electrical, amps, radios, things like that where I would need to get to. I just bought this 6-piece retaining ring plier set from Icon. I don't know if I'm gonna have all the sizes I need, but there was that one, and there was a 12 piece or an 18 piece, which I don't think I'm gonna need for a motorcycle. I think maybe 2-3 sizes. I have a screw extractor, tap and die set from Icon as well. I brought my step bit that I've used on air conditioners. Maybe I have to use it for something, I don't know, something custom maybe. A radio bracket to mount an amp, or I don't know, taking it just in case. A mini pry bar, just in case as well. Never had to put a pry bar to a motorcycle, but who knows, with the type of work people do out there and things you might run into, you might need one. My next drawer, I have my Milwaukee drills, M18s, my dual charger, heat gun. That I have used on the motorcycles. When I changed my emblems, my tank emblems on the bagger, I was able to do that. When I took the limited off the front fender, I was able to use that. When I was taking off the reflectors from the forks on both bikes and on the bags on the ST, I used that to soften up the adhesive, pull it off, doesn't damage the paint. Just gotta be careful, be mindful, not to get too close to the paint, not to get it too hot. You don't want to melt the clear, leave a stain or bubble anything up. Mallets. I've seen a lot of people on YouTube, and I've seen at the shops where they're going to open the cam, remove the primary, take off the rocker boxes. Sometimes you got to give it a little love tap to get it off. Especially, I've seen it before where they use a gasket maker and it's stuck on there, so you have to tap it, and this protects the motorcycle from any scratches, dents, or pitting anything, making it look horrible, breaking it, potentially cracking it with a regular hammer. Just use that. I have this heat gun that I used when I was in the field to repair a true refrigerator, the sliding glass door. The plastic broke. Those doors are like $7,000. So I was able to weld the plastic and weld the frame back to allow the door to close properly, open and close properly. A lot of parts are plastic on the motorcycle, so I think maybe this comes with all these adapters. So you can tell I've used it. Might be beneficial. Something breaks, it's no longer available. The customer doesn't want to wait. Very expensive part. You can save them, get them out the door if you can fix it. So it comes with little plastic rods and stuff for you to use. Haven't had to use it, but never know. It's good to have. If I have it at the house, might as well just throw it in the box. I have the room for it. I have 4 batteries for the M12, which is what I'm going to be using mainly, and then I'm bringing 2 batteries with me. I have a lot more batteries. I have 6.0 batteries. I have high output batteries. For a motorcycle, you don't need more than that. So I'm taking just 2 M18 batteries. This drawer, it's kind of empty right now. I got the power probe. I have my multimeter, tire gauge. I have to blow off anything, hook it up to the air compressor at the shop, clean off dust, any metal shavings, anything, that I see. Take it off with this. I have this. I was taught ratchet baggers. Danny Ratchet Baggers loves to use these. Man doesn't drink. He has a bunch of Crown Royale bags for the calipers. So whenever you're doing anything with the front brakes, taking off the front tire or anything, he taught me to make it a habit. Throw the caliper in here. Hang this up somewhere in your bike. Doesn't pull any weight on your brake lines and clutch lines. Brake lines. And it keeps it off banging off on your forks, banging on your crash guards, on your lowers, on your floorboards. You don't damage or scratch up any custom painted calipers. or anything like that. Keeps it safe and away from harm's way. I've also used this when I was doing my bars. I changed my bars put the factory 47 bars on my bagger. I put my levers and all the controls in here, boom, and I was able to lay it down without scratching anything. I have the tank cover that I'm gonna take with me. This is for a soft tail. I don't have one for a bagger. It works for the bagger, doesn't, it doesn't cover all the way. I'll eventually buy the Harley-Davidson one, and I'll get the fender covers as well. The fender covers already ordered from Harley. I'm just waiting on it. What else do I have in here? Oh, I got this oil change kit on Amazon. It was like 12 bucks. Comes with everything. I bought this as well. As a matter of fact, before I forget, because my box is going to the dealer tomorrow, I need to order 2 more of these to take with me so I can have at the shop. Measuring cups. I know I'm gonna need them for fork oil. I know I'm gonna need them for the oil changes. I know I'm gonna need them. That's about it. Just fork oil and oil changes. I know with the fork oil, you don't put the quart in because quarts usually come a little over, could come a little under. So I like to put it to spec using the measuring cup. Pour the oil out of the fork oil out of the quart and measure it properly. Put whatever ounces you need that the specifications ask for. I came with this, the key for the filter. I bought this. George at All America Cycle is the one that taught me about this. He builds a lot of very fast, very reliable, big motor touring bikes. He works on soft tails too, but that's his bread and butter right here. And to prevent from the oil filter backing out on you and then you potentially blowing your motor, they over tighten it. They tighten it good for it not to back out on you. So to remove it, sometimes you need this filter strap. So I bought this in case any of his bikes come in or any other bikes come in and the filter is tight in there, I can easily get it out. Thank you, George, for that. And that's about it. For now, this is the toolbox. This is what I got. Later on, I know I'm probably going to be needing another box, which is a stationary box. I like this one, all 4-wheel swivel. I'm able to get it between the lifts, and it's not a small cart like that where you can't have too much stuff and then you're going back and forth to your big box. This box will eventually be just my everyday go-to, and when I get my stationary box would be all my specialty tools, my big stuff, and the stuff that I see in here that I won't be using much will be transferred to the other one to make this box lighter and give me room for more things that I will be using more of, and keeping this one organized. I'm sure this is gonna change. I built this on a budget and did not exceed my budget, thankfully. Wife was happy, I was happy, my bank account was happy. And just ready to start this journey tomorrow. Let's get this going. Thank you for tuning in. Mad Dog Garage. Stay tuned. Next video will be up soon. Thank you, guys. Remember to hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. Thank you.